Hello, and welcome to episode 21, Roundup Edition. This is the Entrepreneurial Attributes Dossier Roundup, episodes 15 to 20. So, like I said, episodes 15 through 20. Episode 15, do I have what it takes to be an entrepreneur? 5 important attributes you'll need to succeed. The podcast episode, episode 16, 5 of the most important attributes an entrepreneur should possess. And then the ChatGPT interview on the subject, episode 17. Episode 18, can entrepreneurial attributes be learned or are they only inherent? That is a blog post. And then episode 19, where Dana and I discuss the topic, and it's called You Can Learn What It Takes to Be a Successful Entrepreneur. And then ChatGPT's look or take on the subject. So let's go ahead and jump in. Alright, so for the first blog post, here are the key takeaways. First is passion leads to the desire to make the first step. So when you're passionate about something, you're going to want to make it happen. If you're passionate enough, you're not going to be able to sleep. It's pretty much all you think about. And so you make that first step. You get going on your idea, your passion. Next bullet point, your business will be all you want to do. I've experienced that. I continually experience that, where all I want to do is my business, firepreneurship.com, and I'll be laying there in bed daydreaming about it, or as I try to fall asleep, I'll be dreaming about it. And yeah, it's pretty much all that I want to do at any given time. Because of that passion that I have, and so that is something that is a good indicator that you have what it takes to be an entrepreneur. Next is you must be a great leader. If you have good leadership skills, then you'll be able to be successful as an entrepreneur. Obviously, as a business owner, you're the one that's in charge. You're the one that's taking the lead in everything. So good leadership skills are very important when it comes to entrepreneurship. Next is, can you see where you want your business to go? Do you have that vision? Do you have in mind that roadmap as to where you want to take your business, and can you see the potential of your business? If you can, then that is a great sign. You know when and how to seed. Seed is an acronym. It stands for simplify, eliminate, automate, and delegate. So you know when to do this and how to do it. So you'll get to a point when your business is growing and you'll feel like you can't do everything by yourself. So then you'll start to simplify things, make it so that it's more manageable, and therefore, sometimes when you're fixing a car, it has spare parts. Hopefully that doesn't happen because it shouldn't, but that is a good analogy. You'll have those spare parts that you can just eliminate and get rid of. And then there will be processes that you'll be able to automate. There's, in this day and age, so many different types of resources out there, software that will allow you to automate a lot of things. And then what you can't automate and don't need to do yourself, then you can delegate to somebody else. And that can take the form of outsourcing, hiring on in-house employee. It can be a lot of things, but there will come a time when you need to do that, and if you have what it takes to be an entrepreneur, then you'll know when and how. And then with the takeaways from the chat with Dana, the first is passion is when the idea consumes you, kind of the same as it's all you want to do, like it's all you'll think about, and you'll want to make it happen. When that passion is there, it will consume you. And Dana goes a little bit further into his story and talks about how his passion consumed him at the beginning and continues to consume him. If you feel it'll work, prove yourself right or wrong. So if you have an idea and you feel like it could work, well, you got to prove yourself. You got to test it out. And you can't just leave yourself in limbo and think maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. You got to prove yourself either right or wrong. Just prove yourself. So you gotta wanna. You have to have that desire. If you don't have that desire, then you should pursue something else. That's a pretty obvious point there. Next, put in the time and effort to come up with a solution. A lot of times you'll hit roadblocks and you'll have to really uh, work at trying to find a solution. And you'll have to be able to put in that time and that effort. And you'll have to have quite a bit of drive, quite a bit of passion to be able to make that happen, depending on the issue that you run into. Some issues are simpler than others, but just expect that to happen. And if you're willing and able to put in the time and effort to come up with a solution, then you're on the right path. It's a good sign. And then your idea of success should match your dreams. So in a different roundup, I talked about how you need to define your own success. It's something that is different for everyone. It looks different to everybody. Um, and you'll need to come up with your own idea of what success looks like and make sure that it matches with your dreams. Like if you uh, want to achieve fire and spend time with your family, then that's going to look different than somebody that wants to have uh, a yacht, a mansion, a private jet. That's going to look different because the way to get there is a lot more work. So yeah, make sure your idea of success matches your dreams. Now, ChatGPT's input on the subject. Let your passion drive your content creation. So when you're creating content, that passion that you have for whatever you're creating content for should show through. Your audience should be able to feel that passion that you have for whatever it is, and that is very important. That passion will help your audience feel passionate about it as well, and therefore be more engaged in your content. Push yourself to maintain your publishing schedule. So you got to be consistent. You got to put in the reps. You got to show up every day, and that is the road to success. And you got to be able to do that. Build relationships with your audience. I like to pretend like I'm talking to someone one on one a lot of times in my content. Hopefully, you'll be able to realize that. And that seems to help me to feel like I'm building a relationship with you guys. And that is very important, so that your customers, your clientele, your audience can relate to what you're saying. They can connect with you on a deeper level, and that's very important. Develop a long-term vision for your business, your online business. So yeah, make sure you know exactly, you have a vision of where you want your business to go. That vision might change as you learn and grow, as the business grows, but make sure you have a vision, a long-term vision for your online business. Delegate tasks that are time-consuming. I talked a little bit about that earlier. So know when and how to simplify, eliminate, automate, and delegate. And then stay informed. Everything in this world is constantly changing, and just make sure you're up to date on your information and the way that you do things, to be able to stay competitive. And then moving on to the next half of the dossier. So, which is talking about, are you able to learn the attributes, or or are they just inherent? So no one possesses all of the traits. Like you can look at any entrepreneur, like Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk or Mark Zuckerberg, and you'll see that they don't have all of the traits. Nobody is perfect. Nobody possesses all of the traits to be like this perfect entrepreneur, um, and that's okay, because you can learn entrepreneurial traits, attributes. You can learn them, you can apply them, and as the saying goes, super wise people learn from other people. So if you have that ability to learn, that drive to learn, you can learn it. Passion and a strong why lead to success. So yeah, if you're passionate and you have that strong why, then you will have that drive to learn and grow and develop the traits that you need to be a successful entrepreneur. Get yourself into situations that force you to learn these traits. So yeah, be willing and open-minded. Be willing to learn, and yeah, get yourself into those situations. If you need to learn something about leadership, then put yourself in a position of leadership wherever possible. Take charge of a holiday with your family. Make sure things happen, and fine tune your leadership skills. So I think that is a very great way to fine tune your skills to learn these attributes. Learn from others. I mentioned this before. Supervise people. Learn from other people. So read up on other people and learn from them. Now the interview with Dana. He talked a lot about humility. You need to be humble and you need to believe in yourself. If you're humble, you'll be open to learn more, and if you believe in yourself, then you'll continue to learn more because you have that ability to believe in yourself and believe in your ability to learn. Have a good attitude. Having a good attitude is very important. Yeah, there will be times when you'll get discouraged, but you need to be able to keep your eyes on the goal and keep a good attitude. And I've learned that when I have the best attitude, that's when I learn the best. If I have a bad attitude, my brain doesn't really seem to think that the information I'm taking in is important, and so it doesn't retain it. So having a good attitude is very important when it comes to learning. It's not all or nothing, kind of like I mentioned before. Not every entrepreneur, or none of the entrepreneurs that exist have all of the entrepreneurial attributes. And so it's not all or nothing. It's not, oh, I lack this one thing, so I can't be an entrepreneur. So keep that in mind. Don't think, just do. A lot of times we can suffer from analysis paralysis. We can overanalyze things, overthink things. But if we can get over that and we just act on what we're learning, then we'll be able to apply what we learn. We'll be able to become the entrepreneurs that we want to become as we don't think about it too much and we just act. And then finally, go into it knowing things don't always go right. You got to go into it knowing you're going to make mistakes. Things aren't going to be perfect. Things are going to go wrong, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's fine. That's a good sign, because there's a saying: if you haven't gone through hard times, then you haven't tried. So you need to put yourself out there, be vulnerable, and it's really uncomfortable, but know that things aren't always going to go right. But believe in yourself and be humble and know that you can get through those hard times. And then ChatGPT's outlook on it. Assess your entrepreneurial traits. Where do you stand? Think about what you are good at, what your strengths are, and make a list of that. Clarify your passion and purpose. Make sure you have a clear why, and find out exactly what it is you're passionate about, and capitalize on it. Seek learning opportunities, kind of like I said before. Put yourself in those learning opportunities, those situations that'll force you to learn. That's very important. Embrace experiential learning. So get out there, get your hands dirty, and make things happen. The best teacher is experience. And so get out there and learn by doing. Engage with your community. Reach out and learn from your community. The best entrepreneurs, the most successful people are as successful as they are because they learn from other people. They welcome feedback and they learn from it and they don't shun it. And so the next bullet point, invest in professional development. If you feel like you need to, and I think it's a great idea to do, invest in a mentor, get a coach, someone that has been there, done that, that can help you, and that will definitely help you learn and grow by leaps and bounds. So stay adaptable and resilient. Make sure you're humble and willing to learn, as I mentioned before, and able to change and adapt, and don't get discouraged. you're going to make it if you keep at it. Prioritize self-care. A lot of entrepreneurs put way too much time into their business and they end up neglecting themselves, they end up neglecting relationships. And so it's very important to keep those things in mind as well. To have a balance overall in your life is to have a balance in your business, and that will ultimately bring you the success that you need, because you're giving yourself that time uh, to rehabilitate yourself, to recover from so much work. So next week's dossier will be all about reviews, whether or not you need them and whatnot. So be sure to tune into that. And as always, don't forget to like the content if you like it, and give us that thumbs up. Please comment, as we would love to hear your thoughts and have you be a part of the conversation. And share this with anybody that you know it would be helpful for them. And also subscribe so that you can be up to date and find out when the next piece of content will be coming out. And last but not least, if you haven't already, we have this page here, entrepreneurship.com/resources, where you can go and download a package of free resources for your online business. So head on over there and get that downloaded.